This is Steel Island. There's our dog sleeping in the den.
That's all.
Look at this big low.
Yeah.
The only weird thing about it is it's a Brookstone campsite, Brookfield, whatever that is.
So were you on the lake or were you on the
It's on the lake. It's a little island.
on the lake? Okay. So you put it at like the boat?
Yeah, right above the dam.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's a
Right.
yeah, it looks like a regular
Yeah.
Maine public.
That's right.
Like Brookfield has a bunch down in the line.
Yeah.
And they're all permanent. So you don't
I thought a lot about it.
But this
Now
one,
I
EFI. So, it's annoying. I had
You had one. Okay. How's it at? Yes. Yeah. I'm going to Edmonton on the 13th for a week in my Bronco. We go overlanding and stay in my Bronco. And
Did they do that up there?
yep, around Moose Valley.
I get the one mixed up with Fredericton. That's the one that's up across from Madawaska, right?
Edmonton is above Fort Kent.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
They're almost right on. Where did I read it? In St. George.
Oh, it's in the area. It's still
I got to practice on it. Yeah, pretty bad.
I don't do anything.
We went up to.
No workshop. They're gonna be ready.
Do you remember the eclipse?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Oh, it's, you know,
we like sacred rep above the dam.
sorry. The resolution.
Let's rise for the pledge.
You probably like it, right?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, call the meeting to order. First order of business minutes, resolution 2676 to accept the minutes from meeting of May 20th, 2026. Second. Discussion? All in favor? Oh. Public comment, to allow members of the public to comment or reserve time to speak on an upcoming agenda item. You see some people in the audience, and I'm sure it's because when your band comes up, if you do meet, just let me know and speak. Thank you. Is there anybody from the public who wants to speak on anything other than matching grants at this time? Nothing, okay, thank you. And new agenda items, commissioners only. Nothing, we're good, thank you.
Gentlemen, if you could mute your Zoom meetings, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, and Mr. Began should mute too. If you're online, could you please mute? He's gone, okay. Administrator's report.
All right, a couple of things here. I have gone through the agreement with Waldo County for jail administration services. I did get a chance to talk with Commissioner Kevin Kelly over in Waldo, and I made the noted changes as a result of the commissioner's recommendations at the last meeting. So on dollars, what we decided to do, because they were hoping that they could get closer to $7,000 a month, we were at 65 for the entire term. You, commissioners, have recommended that we do 65 for the first 8 months of the term, and the last 12 months we dropped down to 6,000. We ended up settling at $6,600 for the first 8 months and $6,000 for the remainder. So, ended up at about $800. So the cost of where the investment is. Other than that, they agreed to all the other terms. The only thing they asked for, and they mentioned this, and we had discussed this previously, because this is specific to the services of the individual magazine. If he were to resign from Waldo and come to work for Somerset County, they had asked for 120 days notice. You and the sheriff agreed that that was lengthy. So I had put in there a 60-day notice. We ended up compromising a 90-day notice. So the way it's worded, it actually in the signature portion I have here, the way it's worded is either county can terminate this agreement with general 30 days notice. If it's because of that individual coming to work for Somerset County, it'll be an additional 60 days, so 30 plus 60. Other than that, everything's the same as it is. I've been in some conversations with Wolf Tone, who's the director of Maine Trails. He would like to come and do a update for the board at the next meeting on the 17th of June. They're much more financially stable than they were the last time he was here, so I'd like to give you an update on that. He's also requesting some TIF funds to be used for an upgrade of the Grand Falls Hut, which I believe is in Lower Enchanted, one of the only unorganized territories up there. So the presentation will be the only thing on the agenda. There won't be a resolution on the TIF, so you have a chance to hear and think more about that. Plus, Dave has been forwarding it to the members of the TIF committee to get their input. In your package, you have a letter of thanks from the Winslow Food Cover for your contribution to their efforts to provide services in the Northwest area. And unless there's any questions, I think that's about all I have.
General statement, I looked over the Maine Hudson Trail TIF. I talked to Dave. I'm a little, I have no problem delving out money in this. If they want to do trail development or something, is there a way to possibly shift asks? Because a lot of this money they were asking for was literally maintenance. It was maintaining a generator, $1,000 to maintain a generator, $1,000 to do something else at the building, which is like annual maintenance. I don't want to get into a position where we're taking TIF money to pay annual maintenance. If we're paying TIF money to build trails, to bring people in, different story. So just maybe you could have a general discussion with Mr. Wolf and see if there's, I don't mind not helping this organization. I think
that's one of the reasons he's going to come in.
Okay, well, we can do it then too if you want. All right.
I think in that particular hut, it's in, that hasn't been used for quite a while.
Yep.
It's a hut too far.
The hut too far.
Okay, just my initial concern is maybe we could alleviate that before so we can actually get the guy what he
Not
needs.
10 hut, it's the 11th hut.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Moving along. MSAD 30? Title 30A? You? On your administrator's report.
Not sure what you're referring to.
I was referring to your administrator's
Oh,
report.
you're looking at my.
Yes.
Yes. Some of the other county administrators doing a review
Yeah.
of all 896 pages of Title 38.
I didn't.
I'm on page 50.
I wondered if we found anything.
I found lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I can kind of create a summary for you next time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Not necessary.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
Up to you.
It is necessary.
Easy.
Is there anything else on your administrator's report? Okay. Thank you. Financial.
We're getting close to another year-end close, I believe. Wise. The next meeting that you have, you will have all of the last month's worth of expenses and revenue in. So I should be able to give you a good picture on where we're going to fall and give you an idea on where we're favorable and unfavorable in certain aspects of the line items. But for this meeting, there's really no news. We're in mid-month. So. But next month,
Any questions?
and if you'd like, I can give you a more detailed, I can give you the summary, but I can give you a detailed sheet if you want to look at all the expenses through all the departments, as we get close to year end. If you would.
Would you want that for the next meeting or get an actual year end in July?
Well, the year end would probably give you the audit report.
Yeah.
Afterwards, this is more to try to answer any questions before that, because the audit report, we don't get that till usually October.
Oh, yeah, okay. That'd be great to see that.
Okay.
The sooner the better, earlier the better. Good. Anything further? Thank you. Sheriff?
A couple things on patrol. We have a patrol report last week. We have 2 graduating from the academy on Friday. One that goes to UT, one for the road patrol. This is CO's Appreciation Week. So if you can, if you are willing to send the COs a little email thanking them for the job that they do, that would be greatly appreciated. And lastly, we've been working, Central Square had a deficiency that we, on count. Count is very important. So I'm working with the county administrator to, this program, electronic program, it's called Guardian, that it's their account, protect the county, but it will show exactly when checks are made and the accuracy of the account. So,
Refer to the jail account.
yeah.
Oh.
But account.
I didn't know if you're talking about counting your calls. You just mentioned.
Oh, no. I apologize. So this is, I was under the jail.
Oh.
I apologize. I did not articulate that well.
I didn't know if that program was counting calls.
No. The patrol did about, again, 474 calls for service. It looks like our calls for service are starting to tick up. Summer's coming here. Anticipating we'll have some issues with juveniles again. But the guardian system has to do with count inside the jail and when the COs do their checks.
So the reason I asked the sheriff to bring it up is it refers to resolution 2612. It's like you to have heads up of what you're voting on before you get to that resolution. So the Guardian program is a 3-year service contract, around $18,000. And we could pay off. So you got to sign this down. So at the end of the day, this will allow us to basically do a 3-year trial of this service. Everyone that's used it says it's the way to go. It allows the corrections officers to have an electronic device, and it allows every inmate to have a scanned card, much like you use to get into the building, although it doesn't unlock the doors. It basically is a card that they keep with a code on it. So when using this Guardian device, when a corrections officer does his rounds, they would ask the inmate to come to the front of the cell, and they put that up, and they match the ID with the face of the person. The other benefit that the sheriff really found to be valuable is using our, in some cases, when we have lawsuits against us, it says that we're not doing our accounts properly, we missed account, we missed the special watches that have to be every 15 or 30 or 45 minutes. This way we would generate a report instantly every day. And finally, it would also allow the supervisors more data to be able to make sure that all the officers are doing the job the way they're supposed to. So that would be our recommendation, to do that.
Can we just put a new system in up there?
That's what the sheriff alluded to at the beginning. Central Square is not the end all. Central Square does not have this ability, so it is an additional cost.
And how much is Central Square? A year, a month, however we did it?
About 100,000 for the EMA, jail, and sheriff's office
A year?
a year.
I want to make sure that you knew that was something before we.
That really, that Clinton Square does have some efficiencies, but it's replacing IMC, but X jail, which falls off. There was no maintenance, no nothing to it on June 30th. So,
IMC being the law enforcement side and X.
X jail was the jail side of it. IMC, though we were using IMC in the jail side, it's kind of a long story about IMC was not really doing the job, that it really wasn't meant for a jail management system. So there were a lot of add-ons on IMC that were written in DOS that were no longer being able to maintain. That moved us to X jail. X jail turned out to be a flop. And someone bought them out anyway. It's, I think, Central Square. So that's where we are.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. David?
I think this was paperwork earlier. What's happening right now in Rockwood is the section on the Maine Road in Rockwood is where Maynard supporting lodge and camps exist. And when LUPC, or actually they were alert at the time, they did not zone that area properly. They called it all residential. And it's been going for 50 years as a residential. But the property was sold last year, and somebody started looking at it and they realized zoning was improper, and the lodge had a restaurant. You can't have a restaurant in something zoned residential. So the people that bought Maine have plans for development, and one of the first things they want to do is get the restaurant back running. So they're petitioning to rezone as a general development versus a residential development. So we had a site visit, we had a public hearing in Greenville, I attended both, and most people, other than the ones on this road, which I'll point out in a few minutes, overall, everybody was in favor of this going through. People that are trying to redevelop Maynard's very highly thought of in the area, so people definitely favor them.
Just make sure everybody's muted if you're on Zoom. We have
I was hearing your voice.
Who's talking?
It's Davis. Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So the first step before any development happens is it has to be rezoned. So that's what they're asking for our opinions. I included the forms so you can see kind of what they're looking for and who they're looking for information from. And the other one I gave you is actually map of Maine. This is the wide map. You can see all the different camps on Maynard's Road. Before you get to Maynard's itself, you go by a lot of camps that are close to the road, and the camps are usually on the water side. They've got garages on the other side, the land side of the road. So in the future, if the development does go through, and they're looking at a lot of different things, they probably won't get approval for everything. But one of the items is an RV park out behind the main lodge. They've got about a dozen camps that they can rent out, cabins, but they want to put an RV park out back. They've got 83 acres. They're not developing all of it, but a good portion of it's going to go towards the RV. So before anything can take place, you have to rezone it. And then they have to get a review on all the development plans. So this will come up again in front of the Board of Commissioners here, see what they want to develop. But the first step is the rezoning. So that's the only thing we need to be concerned with coming up. Yes.
Procedurally, so the final decision to rezone, that's made by LUPC?
Yes, they're only looking for our opinion.
So if our opinion is we don't like this, they get overruled.
Oh, absolutely.
And if our opinion is we do like it, they could overrule that too.
Yes.
So we're just kind of the potted palm here.
Yeah, they actually.
And that's okay.
Yes, yes,
But the primary responsibility is with UPC.
yes.
And I assume they send out notices to all the various abutters and
Yes.
landowners in the
Yeah, we had a public hearing
Yeah.
last month.
So we're just a little added
Yes.
flavoring.
Yes, they want an opinion from us because we're the government that's involved.
Yeah, okay.
So
what
that's us.
Okay.
We do not have the final say in yes or no. But as far as the rezoning, that should be done because it's been an error for over 50 years. So we're correcting an initial error.
Yeah.
And the development will be addressed at a later time.
Is that just for the parcel?
Just,
Just the parcel that Maynard's is on?
actually, Maynard's is 83 acres, and then they have a little section by the river. So it's both sides of Maynard Road.
Ah,
At that, I didn't keep a copy of that, but there's a close-up of Maynard's lot. It's, I think, 1-20, and below it, next to the river, is 1-19. So both of those lots are involved.
But those are the only two getting rezoned.
Yeah. Well, no, they're rezoning basically you are correct. Yeah. They're not, I had to think about that for a second, the way you asked that. They're not rezoning the whole area, mainly just the Maynard lot and I think behind all the other residential lots too.
So, in reviewing this document, it needs to be in Monday. And it doesn't look like we need a letter of support or anything. You're listed as the county commissioner of Somerset, along with the Natural Areas Program, Environmental Review, and Historic Preservation. So, bottom of the form it says, you have no comment on the proposal, you have comments on the proposal, they're included in the following pages, and then somebody signs it. How would you like me to proceed?
do we have any comments?
I have no comment.
I have no comment.
Comment?
I have a question. Dave, we run into this historically in the last several years. I'm wondering how much weight our opinion actually matters to the state one way or the other. Has there been any?
It's not going to be significant in this case. I believe the rezoning should be done. Even if nothing else is built on the site, when the new owners bought Maynard's, the restaurant that was up and running was forced to shut down because it was running in the wrong zone. So if they can at least correct the zoning issue, they can get the restaurant back open. And it's historical use. That restaurant's been there for years and years and years. They serve meals that are already planned. It's not like you get a menu and you go in. They plan the meal and people come and eat whatever is being offered that night. It's kind of special.
Okay. So for myself, as a property rights guy, I would support their effort to rezone so they could use their property in the way that they want.
That's how I was going to go in that direction too. I was going to say that due to the historical nature of it, that we agree that the zoning should change.
Yeah, by no comment, I think that's the position I'm taking.
Okay, me too.
That's what I meant by no.
Okay.
But I think it conforms to the actual.
Yeah.
We're fixing a glitch.
Yeah, the rezoning will fix an error made in the past. That's why I think.
No problem.
If I'm understanding this correctly, once this hurdle is cleared and it is rezoned, then there'll be an application for the company to do what they want to do with the land. That should come to the commissioner's board.
Yes.
As well. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Good.
The first step is just the rezoning. That's just correcting the previous error.
I would just ask the commission to authorize our county administrator to sign the letter.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? We're good.
Okay, thank you. That's pretty much it for the UTs.
Thank you. Is there anybody I may have missed? I don't see anybody. Anybody? Okay. So we are on to unfinished business, resolution 2634. Please mute if you're online. Thank you. To approve the recommission, 2674, to accept the resignation of Detective Sergeant Ronnie Blodgett.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Thank you. And new business, resolution 2677, to approve the recommission of Patrol Sergeant Matt Cunningham with the Somerset Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? We go. Thank you. And these next resolutions are regarding the matching grant application. If we could have a motion and second on each one of them so that we could have any discussion that may occur. I really, really appreciate that, instead of having them die without a discussion, so that the applicants would understand why or why not they are approved. Resolution 2678, to approve a matching grant application for the Canaan Fire Department to help fund the purchase of 3 new scuba SCBA units, air tanks, for $15,000.
So,
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Resolution 2679, to approve a matching fund grant for the Mercer Historical Society to help fund repairs to History House.
so moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? You're in favor?
No, I didn't end up late.
All in favor, thank you. Resolution 2680, to approve a matching grant application for the town of Moose River to help fund a portion of the rural paramedic program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Good. Resolution 2681, to approve a matching grant application for the Bijou Theater Enrichment Center in Pittsfield to help fund theater renovations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Resolution 2682, to approve a matching grant application for Dennistown FDEMS to help fund a portion of the rural paramedic program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Resolution 2683, to approve a matching grant application for the town of Starks to help fund the installation of heat pumps at the community center, $8,100. Discussion? All in favor? Any opposed?
I'm opposed. Let me just say one. I've already said that I think the purpose of this program is not to, although it's good for tax reduction, it's not really to take the place of ordinary routine town expenses to keep their town going. So I think that
No,
but we got the money, and in a way, I'm glad I got the money too. There we go.
So if I could just for the record, the vote is 3-2.
C2. And that was in favor.
Yeah.
Resolution 2684, to approve a matching grant for the Fairfield Interfaith Food Pantry to help fund a replacement for a dumbwaiter system at their facility.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? We go. Resolution 2685, to approve a matching grant application for St. Albans Housing Corp. to help fund the installation of generators at Fairhaven Terrace.
So moved.
Is there a second? So we can have discussion, please. Second? Thank you. Discussion.
Well, I recall, go ahead.
It's in my district, but I'm on the, I think that, again, I think that plays into what John's saying in terms of, this is a town-based situation, so tax
It's just not all paper. I don't think we're. Let me just put it this way. It doesn't really align in the field with the things that we're.
I guess I don't understand. I'm asking because I don't know. St. Albans Housing Corp is a nonprofit, not the town.
Right. What I'm saying is that why is the town applying for this grant for that nonprofit? Why is the nonprofit not doing it?
The town.
No,
The town is not doing it.
The town didn't do
it's not. It's
Because when I talked to them the other day, that's where the information I've got came from. What's the town is applying for this grant?
I believe the application came from Sudan.
Forget what I did then.
I wonder if the town is giving them the matching 15 grand.
Well,
Do we have any information on that? Tim? Oh,
Are you online? Oh,
we're not affiliated with the town, I believe.
Thank you,
with the
Suzanne.
chat.
Does Suzanne want in to explain?
We did not ask the town.
And
And-
Suzanne, can you answer where your $15,000 match is coming from?
and we can't read the chats.
We don't have somebody.
Well, I can't, I'm from Kane.
Is there a,
I guess there's no explanation.
well, I think this is going to pass. Why don't we just vote?
We
Yeah.
have saved money to pay the balance.
Okay. It's
So
come
they
from
have their own money.
you cleared up the confusion for me because I thought it was.
You thought a town, okay,
All right.
very good. So,
Let's vote.
all in favor? We're good, thank you. Resolution 2686 to approve a matching grant application for Forest Hills High School in Jackman to fund security upgrades.
So moved.
Discussion. All in
Well, I have
favor?
two reservations.
Okay,
Put on the record. One is they haven't spent the money we gave them in the last grant.
I clarify. So the 2 or 3 rounds ago, they asked for $15,000 for new bleachers. The commission awarded $5,000. That project was never. They didn't raise it any more money, and so that project was kind of shelved. So we didn't give them any money.
So that's no longer active?
Right.
Okay.
After a year, that falls off and goes back. So.
Maybe you can clarify this for me too, Tim. The other reservation I have is that I know school budgets are very expensive and burdensome to the taxpayers, but wouldn't this ordinarily come out of a school budget to fix security in the school?
Yeah. Speaking of those who are on school boards, sometimes you kind of have to pick and choose what you put into that school. And did you get my email about this? The matching grant is coming from. It's not coming from the town. It's coming from a fund that exists from historic sale of property. I wish I.
She's ready.
Ministerial funds.
That's it. Ministerial funds. Thank you. You're a good principal.
Okay, well, that's my reservation, but I'm prepared to take a vote.
did you want to add to that on Zoom?
My name is Rita Logan. I'm the principal of the school. To address the concern about the budgeting for it. It's always a balance to limit that local tax burden as was stated. And the advancement in technology often happens more rapidly, and in that sense, that doesn't always allow for us to do that. However, we are in the process of developing a strategic plan to hopefully incorporate some of these. These were just the ones that were the highest priority that are requested in the grant. There are others as well in the building to better plan for those moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm not sure if it matters to the other commissioners, but we have approved similar things for schools that were sports equipment, and in my mind, I think security upgrades much more important than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point.
So, are we ready to vote? Any further discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Good go. Resolution 2687 to approve a matching grant application for Somerset Woods trustees to help fund the purchase of Gilman Stream Forest in New Portland.
The move.
Second.
Discussion. Yes, sir.
I struggle with this one because I asked a specific question during the meeting, and that was, is this open to all modes of motorized transportation? Because they focused on snowmobiling, and ATVing is big in that area, and they did not commit to that, saying they would not commit to that, and Somerset Woods doesn't typically allow that type of activity. They do in very certain specific situations. So for that reason, if they came to us and said ATV, everyone can use it, I'm in. But when you limit groups,
Well, establishing an ATV trail, it's not something that we do. And we can improve access on roads, but to actually have an ATV trail through the woods, are you suggesting that they should include that as part of their plan? That they should?
that is the culmination of 3 trails coming together where they're buying this land.
Or an ATV trail on the property?
There are and snowmobile trails, I believe.
We have a representative from Somerset Woods trustees, maybe.
Super.
Yes. So there are official snowmobile trails crossing that property, 3 of the 4 segments. There are not signed, maintained ATV trails. There is some unofficial use of those trails by the ATV community, but the Snowmobile Club is in agreement with us that at this point in time, we're assuring snowmobile access.
But you're not granting ATV access.
We are not promising forever and ever ATV access.
Okay. Are we ready to vote?
Question, actually, probably Skillings has the answer. He's up on that. As far as how this is shaped on what this money is supposed to be for, does this sort of thing fit into that category?
Curtis?
I'm sorry.
The purposes of this money that Commissioner Skillings reminded us of when he first came on the board, the purposes of this money, does this type of expenditure somehow fit within those parameters?
Yeah. For recreational purposes. May not be ATV, but it's certainly.
Within record. Let me ask a clarifying question to Somerset Woods if I could.
Sure.
Without the purchase of this land, are those 3 snowmobile intersections going away?
That depends on who buys the land. The land is being transferred, whether that's Somerset Woods buying it or another landowner buying it. It's then up to the landowner whether or not those trails are continuing.
Mm-hmm. And I believe at the meeting you said this 15,000 would put you at the limit you needed to purchase the land.
It completes our fundraising.
One other for me. Do you plan on paying property taxes on this or making payments in lieu of property taxes
The
on this
property will remain on the tax rolls in New Portland, yes.
Okay, thank you. And is that forever and ever?
As long as there are taxes to be paid. Yes.
So yes, forever and ever.
If there's no more questions or comments, all in favor? Any opposed?
Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad they got them. I just
I feel the same way about the one I put.
yeah, it's okay. I'm glad you got the money. I just wish you were more receptive to those other notes.
Thank you.
Resolution 2688 to approve a matching grant application for the East Pond Association to help fund the purchase of a scientific data buoy.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
I will add some information here. I sent it by email, I'll give clarification. So one of the questions asked was, what's the price of the buoy, because they had a 2024 quote. So the price of the buoy is $16,300. And I asked Edith for some clarification on the request, because initially it was more confusing because they have money in the bank that they're saving towards a potential $1 million eradication of algae. But for this particular project, they're also doing $4,600 worth of 7 core analysts and $1,100 to $1,200 worth of water quality. So their total budget is 22,000. So if you were to approve an amount, the max would be 11,000.
Okay.
Yep.
I would amend my motion to make it 11,000.
Okay. So, all in favor of the amended motion? Motion. Good. All right. So, any further discussion? All in
Question.
favor? Yes.
Just a question. So this is going to fund not only the buoy, but some operational things, right? Some tests and that sort of thing, if I understand right.
Yeah. Figuring out where the bad places are.
Does that fall? Do activities fall within the?
The way
I know I'm getting a little picky
The way
here.
it was explained at the previous meeting is these other activities, including the buoy, are all part of the test to see how much eradication needs to be done. Since
And keeping it at bay. This buoy and the tests will tell.
I have no problem with
so
this.
it's,
And so-
it's not routine. It's not routine maintenance.
And so my thing with keeping it at bay is that's keeping that waterway open for recreation and boating and all. And there's summer camps on the other end. The disheartening part is I don't believe they're going to Kennebec County for any of this. And that lake is somewhat in Kennebec County as well, which would be nice to see them step up.
Well,
But we can't control
Okay.
it. We can't control it.
No, good tie-in with recreation.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. If we are ready to vote, all in favor, please respond. Very good. You're in favor, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll let you next.
I was focusing on
Resolution 2688 to approve a matching grant application for, 2689 to approve a matching grant application for the West Forks Fire Department to help with the purchase of new radios and used forestry truck.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? We're good. Resolution 2690 to approve a matching grant application for Merrill, Hyde, Fortier, and Uni to help fund building repairs.
Well, you want to have discussions?
Yeah.
I'll second it for this.
Yes, we should have a discussion for this.
My discussion is, I don't think we should be giving money to private businesses that can easily obtain funds from some other commercial source, and why I would oppose this.
I'm going down on this one.
I don't know that we should judge the ease at which a private company could pay this bill, but I am opposed based on the sense that this is I'm an insurance agent and an adjuster by heart. When you're denied for maintenance over time, I'm having a hard time. We talk about maintenance issues, and that's where I stand. So that's why I'm a no.
No, I was going to suggest, I don't think that the full amount is warranted. I was going to suggest $1,000, but that's just my discussion. And but it's not anything that I'm making an amendment for.
Okay, very well.
So, considering there's no more discussion or questions, all in favor?
All right, negative.
Hurt yourself on that.
Okay,
I apologize.
that's quite all right. We're
Drag that from the
all opposed. Okay, we can be unanimous on that as well.
It's on YouTube.
Okay, resolution 2691 to approve a matching grant application for Watching Point to help fund repairs to Skowhegan Indian sculpture.
So move.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? 3, 2, 3. The losers.
Can we get, can
It's too late.
I retroactively discuss this?
It's too late. They should-
Please no.
Okay. Well, we'll just let it be an eyesore and
I think it's too bad because it's a great piece of artwork from a great artist, but.
well,
Uh,
yeah.
Moving on, Resolution 2692 to approve a matching grant application for the town of Smithfield to help fund tablets to be used for firefighters training.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Resolution 2693 to approve a matching fund grant for Palmyra Park Boosters Club to help fund the purchase of new playground equipment.
So moved. Second?
Discussion.
This sounds familiar.
It is, it's a repeat.
Okay.
Yeah, I never.
Oh, you did?
Never understood the shut it down. I'm always in favor of kids getting outside and doing stuff rather than sitting inside on their computers playing computer games.
Ready for a vote?
Are we all done? Discussion? Okay. All ready for a vote?
Sounds ready.
All in favor? Hey. Resolution 2694 to approve a matching grant application for Holland Drug Inc. to help establish free delivery to customers in Solon, Bingham, and Jackwood areas.
So moved.
Discussion?
Well, for the same reason I stated before, it's a very successful business in Skowhegan with multiple employees. They're very busy. I assume they have an ability to raise funds on their own. It's a private company, and I don't think the purpose of community benefit would be served by giving this private company and they're benefiting on their own.
I'm really struggling with this because I don't have the objection to private company getting this money. And I certainly don't have an objection with low-income people being served by us providing their medication, the transportation for the meds to get to them in those remote areas. I'm struggling because I asked some suggestive questions as to other approaches rather than coming here for $10,000 during our meetings when we heard these, and it hadn't seemed like a lot of other options. Now it's meds, so I'm sure there's legal requirements and all these other things for possession of all the stuff that they're bringing up there. I don't know all those rules. I don't want to have an elderly person in Moscow not be able to get their meds because we didn't fund 10 grand. Conversely, don't want to necessarily just fund a business to get those meds there. So I'm really struggling with this.
Well, the other point is, Walgreens reads about this in the newspaper. Says, how come we didn't get that? Maybe we want this program. You know, we're a competitor. They're giving money to one. It's not an even playing field.
It's valid.
Well, Holland's Variety, they're here on Zoom if they want to speak to this. You're welcome to.
Hello, sorry, I'm prepared. I'm just kind of joining in to see how it's going to play out. I appreciate what has been spoken to in regards to the difficulties of delivering certain items. You are exactly right in the considerations we have to take as far as laws and liabilities for transporting these medications. So that definitely comes into account. And, when it comes to the bottom line, we're just trying to serve our patients the best we can. And while we are a business, it is not always an easy solution to come up with the funds for these kind of things. So, and I did bring up the kind of discussions, the brainstorm ideas that we had prior with our owner. And I think just because of the liability behind delivering prescriptions, it would be difficult to have another entity involved in it, and would just create extra stressors and like I said, liability issues should those medications go missing and it not be representation of our business.
Could I?
Yeah, go ahead. Please.
I would feel way, and I know this is a real pain in the can, I would feel way better on the next round if there was some nonprofit entity set up for delivery to upper county areas through, it can be Holland's Variety nonprofit, but where we're funding an entity to deliver those meds to the people in need I would fund that in a second. I just am struggling because I think John's point is very valid. What stops Walmart or Hannaford or Walgreens or any other vendor from saying that we want the same assistance? If there's an entity that provides these services in a nonprofit capacity, we could support that, just like we do food banks. So I apologize in advance for my no vote on this because it's not my intention. I hope you will come back with a more creative solution that I can fund.
Yeah, and I do appreciate the feedback and honesty. You know, the last thing I would just reflect on is we are a local company, we are independent, and you know that does make a difference for a lot of our patients and the services we can provide. When you think of the Walgreens and the Walmarts, you know they are a huge company that can back their funding in many ways. So you know, this is our first creative solution, and I do appreciate the feedback and look forward to seeing how it plays out. And if we need to come back with a different idea and make it more creative, we are open to that.
I love you, and I use the delivery service in my office, so thank you. I'm struggling, so thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? All opposed. Resolution 2695 to approve a matching grant application for the town of Bingham to help with the cost of installing scenic byway interpretive panels.
So moved.
Discussion.
This sounds familiar as well.
They've already got the panels. They just haven't been able to install them, and this is for the installation.
This was going.
Gotcha.
This was going.
And we have a person in the back to speak to this.
Hi, my name's Julie Richard. One of the folks who would offer this to you folks for your approval, and represent a variety of small groups in this endeavor. So we worked with the byway community. We also had earlier attaining those panels that are up to complete the run from up by Addie and all the way down to Robbins Hill. Also, a group of 7 or 8 volunteers that have been working to create those panels and then are interested in landscaping and posting these signs that are ready to go. Also with the Historical Society in Bingham, who had represented a lot of the research to put on those panels and offer that kind of introduction to the community to folks who would stop by and read those panels. And largely, the bulk of this request is for assistance in landscaping and cements for the uprights, the granite uprights that would hold the signs and that sort of thing, as well as some safety design. For instance, up at it's Bingham and Moscow combined, honestly, because there's a Wyman Dam site which offers a picture of the dam as it's being developed back in 1928, and with that, it's kind of right on the precipice of the edge, and there's a trail for fishermen to go down and throw a line in, but it's designed so that you would have particular stones to step on, which would restrict or have someone watching that not have to fall over the edge or jump over the edge or whatever. So a child who was looking at it could look at the sign, stepping on a particularly designed stone and not endanger themselves, that sort of thing. The design that we followed was from a landscape designer that worked with the Scenic Byways group, and so that's the design we're following for the 6 different areas. So of those 6 areas, 5 really need improvement. They're pretty ugly spots that need some improvement and would really help the look of the town, but as well as celebrating that research that's been done on the signs. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm glad to help.
Thank you. Yes.
I went against this last time, largely on the explanation that I was given in the request. I think that explanation has changed, which I'm glad, and the expectations have changed a little bit over what they were creating, and so just wanted to come out and say it.
Good, thank you.
I support this. I support anything that improves the motorist/tourist experience traveling through the town of Bingham and nearby areas. there's a lot of room for improvement, and this sounds like an improvement.
Any other comments? All in favor? Go. Thank you. And Resolution 2696 to approve a matching grant application for Skowhegan Outdoors to help fund improvements to Skowhegan Gorge area.
So moved. Second.
Discussion.
I actually went down and toured this area with both Christina and met again. Re-educated myself. I think that this is actually something that is attainable. To put the slalom course up, I've asked for a timeline commitment. Christine relayed to me by this time next summer, those sticks will be hanging. Hopefully by the end of the summer, but by this time next summer, they will be hanging. And I did threaten that if they weren't, I'm not voting ever again, because I just want to see it come to fruition. So I believe that this can come to fruition, and it is outdoor recreation. So I appreciated the time they gave me in asking my further questions.
Thank you. Comment?
I'm in favor of this. I'm excited about the fact that they're actually going to see a concrete something.
Yes.
All the years and years of thought. Yes. Finally going to get a toe in the water.
May I provide one piece of clarification for you all as well? Not only is this act regarding the physical slalom course, which will be installed semi-permanently in the gorge, it's also funding that will be used to improve the experience of entering the river gorge adjacent to the New Balance warehouse there. We've been in constant conversation even since our last meeting 2 weeks ago with the folks that run that building, the new owners of the plaza, Dennis and Danielle, Brookfield, the Nature Conservancy, etc., to help improve the access to the river as well. So not only is it the slalom course physically, it's also those improvement requests.
Any further comments or questions? All in favor? Good. Thank you. Resolution 2697 to approve paying out $4,038 in community benefit funds to East Madison Historical Society for completion of their matching grant project.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Resolution 2698 to authorize a posting of a detective position for Somerset County Sheriff's Office.
Move.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor? To go. Resolution 2699 to authorize the posting of a detective sergeant position for the Somerset County Sheriff's Office.
Boom. Second.
Discussion. All in favor? Resolution 26100 to authorize the posting of a patrol deputy position for the Somerset Sheriff's Office.
Boom.
Okay.
Discussion.
That's just because we think someone's going to go to the next step, or is there
Not
an
necessarily both the regular detective and the patrol deputy. Additional positions in the new budget that starts in July. So we're posting for those. But to your point, that's true. Once the decision has been made in that, then we'll get another posting.
Buddy? All in favor? Resolution 26101 to approve an agreement with the County of Waldo to provide administrative services to the Somerset County Jail.
So move.
Second.
Discussion.
I went and spent the better part of 3 hours with Matt, and I met with Dale as well. Researched the heck out of it, had wonderful discussions. I think a lot of the changes came from some of those discussions. Although it's not quite where I want it to be, I will fall on my sword and say that we're going in the right direction. So I hope that both the sheriff and Matt will heed at least the relevant parts that were good that I talked about and thinking about how we move that forward. So, yes.
Thank you. Any other discussions or comments? All in favor? Go. Thank you. Resolution 26-102 to authorize prepayment of a 3-year service contract for inmate management through Guardian radio frequency identification for a total cost of $57,012.67.
So move. Second.
Discussion.
So this is in the budget.
This is in the budget.
This is not a capital purchase, or we would have had to sign a capital service contract. We could have spent $18,000 this year, $18,000 in next year, which we haven't budgeted for, and $18,000 the year after. Because we're coming to the end of the fiscal year and there's sufficient money left over in the deal budget, we just recommend that.
Yeah. And is this, I know we discussed a little bit earlier, but is this a new technology?
Yes.
Are we getting a discount by paying it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going
to argue that one.
How large is the discount?
They gave us 5%.
Man,
Yeah, well,
penny save.
Save.
You want, we can get.
And then they put additional fees for paying everything else.
Can you account for it over? So here's what I don't like is when we put this in the budget now, but we're not prepared in 4 years to pay it because we don't realize that this is an expense. So it's just an increase come 3 years from now because we're going to need it again, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a recurring expense.
Once we adopt
So is there a way to account for something, although we've paid it in advance, so that we see it in the budget so it's a real number going up?
If it was a huge number, yes.
I get it, but we do it all over the place. We do it.
No.
All right. All right. We'll see. I'll remember this one next time. I know what I'm discussing.
Follows the guidance of the audit.
I wonder whether the future of technology will lead us to outmate management, so that a lot of the people we spend a lot of money to keep in jail, we can actually put it outside with chips and, with some other device to keep them out of trouble.
What happens when kids don't get out on the playground?
The future is the future.
So we're looking at this as a service contract. Exactly what is it servicing? Are they providing us the badges? Are they providing the software?
They provide all the necessary equipment. They provide, I think, up to 8 of those.
Well, kind of they're little discs, so they can all talk to each other and report to a main computer.
This is a wireless system.
Yeah. And with the youth of our corrections officers, they like technology. So
Yeah, good.
I'm looking at it I have a gap in Central Square, and I'm also trying to limit the liability to the county.
Good. Just as long as you get cover the whole beach. Thanks. All in favor? Thank you. Resolution 26-103 to approve the hiring of Ethan Martin, Taryn Richard, and Grace Bedore as corrections officers at the Somerset County Jail.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? No capital reserve expenditures, unorganized territory. Warrants, Resolution 26-104 to approve the treasurer's warrant for general funds, Somerset County Jail, unorganized territory, and TIF community benefit for a total amount of $466,952.45.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Good. Miscellaneous discussion items, commissioners only. We're all
I
good.
just got one thing about quick decision. And he wanted me to thank the 5 commissioners for the job they've been doing over the last few years.
Who's this?
Huh?
Who does
He
it?
asked me to keep it
Okay.
with that, but he said he was appreciative of everything that's happened with public safety and with budgets and such. So I just wanted to bring that forward.
Thank you.
We appreciate hearing that, too. Give them our best regards.
What's that?
Give them our best regards.
Is this here for a reason? Tim's email?
That's
We
you.
were going to discuss it if you wanted to, under miscellaneous discussion items. So you're good?
Yeah, I made my point.
Okay, no,
I'm,
no, and it was appreciated, thank you.
so we gotta go.
Okay,
By some of us.
so
By some of us, anyway.
at this point, we're going to recess to execute documents. You get the guillotine now? There you go. Thank you all for attending. Appreciate it. You're welcome.
What do I get? My friend's gonna run the bank. I'm not running.
Hey,
I like, I'm a player. Yeah, that's what there's going to be a canoe race in the gorge.
Yeah, for our long days, yeah. We're gonna do it.
Is that going to end at the boat landing?
Yes.
Am I supposed to restart it or shut it down? I restarted.
I have too.
that place was where?
I don't even know what the date is right now.
July 11th.
Well, I'm talking even today. What's the date today?
You're running ragged.
Thank you.
Your thumb.
Just shut it.
That's yeah.
So, still nice to go? You break it.
Oh,
I'll call you. All right, thank you.
I don't know what it's doing.